Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about lead directing doubles. But before I begin, I'm going to take next weekend off because there are gold opportunities online on BBO next weekend with morning games for, I think they start at 10:15, but they've got two sets of games, I think, for 20, 50, 100 in one game, and 200, 300, 500 strats in another game, starting at 10:15. I think every morning, and certainly next Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to play for gold, go to those, and I will enjoy having a lie-in. I normally wake up in the fours. Having a lie-in isn't going to do me much good. But in any case, we will have no BBO Zoom lessons next weekend. Over the holidays, I probably will, I decided not to go away, so I will be here. We'll see. Let me know if you would like to have holidays, Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend, or if you also want to have the time off, and then we could resume, the first weekend in January. So just let me know about that. Let me introduce my guinea pigs at the table today. Marissa from Madrid, Jake from Fort Lauderdale, Judy from, I think it's Seattle, Judy, right? West Coast.
Yes.
And Joan Kaplan, who's here at the table for the first time today. So welcome, guinea pigs. Now, we're going to be talking about lead directing doubles this morning. So the first hand that I'm going to pull up doesn't have it, but there's a really important thing we have to talk about. So Judy is the dealer and has a fine hand. I'm going to let everybody see all the cards, including the people at the table, because I think that's quite helpful. So how will Judy open the bidding? 2 clubs. I have a monster. I need 1 trick at most from you in order to make game. Now, Joan's got quite a nice hand as well. It's not as good as Judy's, but she certainly wants her partner. She wants to interfere.
The lead, right? So,
so she wants to get her bid on the table. So 2 hearts. Now, here's the question: what should North do over this interference? She had planned to bid 2 diamonds, waiting, which is standard. But now, what should we do over 2 hearts? Well, number 1, you must all have an agreement with your partner as to what you do if the opponent interferes with a suit. So most of us play, and this is standard, that we have 2 choices. I guess we could bid a suit if we had one ourselves, but I don't think there's that many points in the deck. So our choices are really either pass or double. So to make it easy, most of us play that pass or pass says, partner, I have a trick. Game is guaranteed. And double says, I have nothing. I'm bust. I don't have a trick. I don't have a sure trick for you. So on this hand, what do you think Marissa has? I don't think she has a trick for her partner. So I think you should undo that, Marissa, and say double.
Oh, sorry.
So you don't know what her suit is. You don't know if either of your queens are working. And your jack third is definitely not working.
But I thought you had said if I have nothing, I should pass.
No.
No, okay.
If you have nothing, you double. Double says I'm bust.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. Okay.
And
fine.
pass says I have a trick for you.
Okay, okay.
The idea behind this is that if you have a penalty double, you would pass. And because that says I have something, and the partner can now make a reopening double, and you could leave it in for penalty. So if you say double and partner's got an enormous hand and got good stuff in that suit, she could leave it in if she thought that she was taking enough tricks, even though you're bust. But it allows her to bid her suit, and we never miss a penalty double situation. So,
And is my bid still forcing? Would I bid? Can she, or
No.
can she pass?
pass. So I was just going to address that. When the North hand says, partner, I do not have a guaranteed trick for you, it's also saying, partner, if you have game in your own hand, go ahead and bid it, because the chances are you won't hear from me again. So look how clever this is. If we are disciplined and know that 2 clubs says, I need 1 trick at most from you. And I don't, Judy, do you have 10 tricks? You have to
1,
do this
2.
many
Well,
and
I'm
a
looking at
half.
losers.
Well, you have 4 losers, right?
Yeah, but maybe if they lead up to my king, I don't.
Well, but you don't know what they're going to do. They might lead them. First of all, the hearts are over your king of hearts.
True. True.
And they might lead a club, and you're knocked out of your ace right away. So I don't think that's the bid. I think you need to undo that.
All right. Oh,
So you cannot count 10 tricks
okay.
or even 9 tricks at no trump.
I think West has to undo.
Well, I didn't get the undo request.
No, because you have
To
to
ask
pass.
for it.
You have to ask.
Oh, I see, because I bid, right. Now you have to.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It doesn't show up for me to ask.
Oh, really?
Well, maybe, I don't know what happened.
Okay,
Oh, wait, yes.
There
yes.
it is.
good. Maybe it takes a moment. Okay, so I think that your bid is 2 spades.
Mhm.
Okay.
So this just says, well, this is my suit. I'm sorry you don't have a trick for me. But
Well,
now Marissa is going to wake up and say, now that you bid spades, I do have a trick for you. Miracle of miracles. So because now she knows her queen of spades is working, that's going to cover one of your losers. So always remember that bridge is a partnership game. So we don't have to overbid, because if we just stripe our hand, our partner can take action. So on this hand, it'd be better if she had shortness somewhere, because you still might not make it, even though she's covering that.
Mhm.
So, but in any case, the important thing I want everybody to understand is that 2 clubs, a 2-heart interference, double says I'm bust, and pass says I have a trick. So any questions so far? Okay. So now we'll go on to the next hand.
Wow. 1, 2. Okay, 2 clubs. I have 4 losers.
Right. So Joan's saying she's got a big hand this time. And now Marissa says, she's licking her lips. So this is an opportunity to make what we call a lead directing double.
Okay,
She
fine.
cannot lead clubs herself, because the strong hand could easily have the king of clubs.
Mhm.
So she needs to take advantage of this situation to tell her partner, if you get in, please lead a club.
Mhm.
I'm not going to lead it myself on the opening lead. I want you to lead it if you get in. So now, how should we proceed over the double? Well, I don't recall that it has ever come up, because people often just bid 2 diamonds. So there was a big discussion on how we show this. Clearly, the North hand is showing clubs, showing values, showing clubs. So I think most of the time that I would just bid 2 diamonds, because that double doesn't stop. But I looked online this morning, and there was a great discussion at one of the websites I found. and I think it was on Bridge Winners, and two men were having a go at each other. Well, my way's best. No, my way's best. No, my way's best. Anyway, they managed to calm down and sort it out and end up friends. But if you bid 2 diamonds, nothing is lost, nothing is gained. You could also, I think the consensus should be, should you double, redouble, or pass? We could use the same thing that we did a moment ago, where double was bust and pass showed values. So if you want to do either of those things, I think we should do it the same way. I think pass should say, partner, I have some stuff. In fact, I think you should only pass if you have clubs. At least I think pass should say, I've either got a good hand or I've got 3 clubs. And redouble should say, I'm absolutely bust.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is that
So,
what we-
but I think that we should just bid 2 diamonds. I think 2 diamonds is simplest,
Mm-hmm.
because you would have bid 2 diamonds without this bid. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. I like Jake's 4 heart bid. 4 hearts says, partner, I have a fit with you,
Right.
but continue at your peril. I have no controls to Q-bid. Remember what we were doing yesterday with this kind of situation where we went slow if we had a control. But here Jake's going very fast. He's going straight to game to say, game but no slam. Continue at your peril. So now what is Marissa going to do? We know she's not going to lead clubs. I think that's an excellent lead. It's the safest lead because it's the 10-9-8. It gives nothing away.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you thinking about, Joan?
Oh, I think I can make it. I think I have 3 losers, possibly 3.
Okay, so what card are you going to play from the dump?
Oh, I'm sorry. I kept thinking it was his turn. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So. Well, they know, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting.
Isn't it easy when we can see all the cards?
Oh, yes. Wonderful.
I'm sorry, but I think you have one more loser.
Okay,
I did.
just stop there. Stop there. Stop, everybody. Undo, please.
Okay.
Ask for an undo. Thank you. Ask for an undo.
And okay.
Okay, now, where do you hope the King of Diamonds is?
On the left.
You have to hope that, no, you have to hope that it's on your right in the south hand. Because if North has it, you're always going to lose a diamond trick. But if South has it, you have a chance to capture it. which means that you have to lead the queen from the dummy.
Oh, that's right.
So how can you get to the dummy anyway?
The trump.
You can
But
get over there with the trump.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but okay, here we go.
Okay, good. So now you're going to start with the queen.
Right,
It's not covered,
right,
and there you are. So down one.
right.
Now, it's a very unfortunate hand for you.
Yeah.
You can't make it. Of course, I set it up that you can't make it.
You-
Can you just claim for me,
Yes,
please,
you
Joan?
can
Claim the rest
claim.
of the bricks.
Wait,
Up at the top, the blue.
I know I'm pressing it, but nothing's happening. I don't know why. It won't. Oh, there we go.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so, and it went down because when Judy got in, she knew that she was supposed to return a club, not return a spade
Oh,
or a diamond. She knew she was specifically asked to lead a club if she ever got in.
right.
This is the purpose of the lead directing double.
Mhm.
Partner, if you get in, I want you to lead this suit. So we recognize it because it's the double of an artificial bid. Now, the other part of it that many people don't realize is that it, especially at a low level, it often says, partner, not only do I want you to lead the suit, I have a lot of cards in this suit. So if they bid a game and you want to take a sacrifice and you have a fit with me so that we have at least 8 or 9 cards in the suit, then this would be the suit to bid. So I like the fact she just didn't have the ace to say lead the ace. She said, lead it. I've got a really good club suit here. And if Declarer's got the king, which he rates to have because he's got a strong hand, then I want to capture it. And if I have the suit, I'm not going to capture it.
Rosemary, what was the signal that told it to lead the queen, the clubs?
The double of 2 clubs. If we go back and look at the auction, we can't actually see it here. If we look at the auction, it started 2 clubs, artificial, strong, artificial, and forcing. Double by Marissa. North said double. Partner, if you get in, be sure to lead a club. I'm sitting here waiting. 2 diamonds, tell me more. Pass. 2 hearts, that's my suit. Silence from the north hand. 4 hearts, I think we have a game. Swish. And as soon as Judy got in with the ace of trumps, bang comes the club. And notice that if she'd led a diamond, then, well, I think she'd have to lead diamonds twice, but it would have been helpful
Mhm.
because she would definitely play the queen and that would hold the trick. Now she'll know it is, but she still can't get rid of them in time. Of course, if she didn't play the jack of spades, because that didn't help, because these spades are so small, maybe something would happen and Judy throws away spades and you can't, I don't know. But that's a possibility that that jack might somehow set up at some point.
Excuse me, Rosemary.
Yes.
You might want to try clicking on history because I find on mine I can see the bidding.
Oh, it comes up in the other screen. Yes, just at that point. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's go on to the next deal. Marissa, you're the dealer. 5, 8, and 6 is 14, 17. 1 no trump, perfect. Excellent. Transfer.
Do I need to, okay,
Double by Joan. Partner, if you get in, I want you to lead hearts. I've probably got at least 5 of them and they're good ones. So lead a heart for me. Now we're going to stop right here. Nobody bid. When Marissa completes the transfer, she guarantees that she has 3 spades. Now this is a little tool that more experienced players use because it's helpful for Judy, for South, to know whether or not we have a fit. So
Sorry, but I don't have 3 spades.
no, so please undo.
Oh,
I
fine.
thought you always had to accept a transfer.
Not if there's interference.
I have to, okay.
Oh,
So when you think about it, so she has a choice of bidding or not bidding because there was interference. So choosing to bid says, I have at least 3 of your spades. Passing says, I don't have 3 of your spades. How clever is this? So please pass, Marissa. Denies 3 spades. Doesn't say anything about hearts. So Jake. Thank you. So now if Judy bids 2 spades herself, we have the weak hand as the declarer. So what can Judy do to make Marissa bid 2 spades?
redouble.
Very good. Okay, so this redouble just says, partner, I heard this auction. I still want you to bid 2 spades.
Right.
Now notice that if Marissa had started with 5 hearts, or if the hearts were better, she might pass this and leave this in, so that Joan would have to play 2 hearts doubled and redoubled unless her partner rescues her. But where would he rescue her to? So if that had been Marissa's plan, she could pass the redouble. But now she's saying 2 spades. Okay. Now, Judy has chosen to pass. So that's okay, because you're not sure, but you've got 8 points. So I think you should bid 2 no trump. I think you should undo. Okay. And now I think you need to show your values. And you're not really promising a stopper.
So I bid, what did you say? 3 no trump? 2 no trump.
No, you pass.
Well, no.
No, you
No,
beat you beat 2 no trump. Sorry. You're
Am I bidding?
Trump. I'm just
you beat 2 no trump.
sorry, 2 no trump by Judy.
I
It
was
doesn't really promise a stopper, I don't think. She only doubled for the lead. Doesn't promise us. I don't think it promises a stopper. I think if she hadn't bothered to double for the lead, I would still have bid 2 no trump. Now my partner can pass, or she can go.
because I have a stopper and I am maximum
Exactly.
and go to 3 no.
3 no trump. Okay.
And I leave it.
And then you're going to leave it, yes. So I think you should agree with your partner whether or not 2 no trump here promises a stopper or not. But it's dubious that you would have a stopper because you're under the heart bidder. So I don't think partner should expect you to have a stopper. And if she wanted to go, then she could bid 3 over 2 no trump. She could bid 3 hearts to say, partner, do you have a stopper? Because I don't. And if Judy doesn't, she can bid 3 spades and play in a 5-2 fit. So I once played 4 spades in a 4-2 fit because my partner was thinking about something else at the time when she bid it. So these things happen. So are you going to make 3-note trump?
I have 5
Well,
6 spades.
Just a second, we have to stop
If
here.
they go like that, I have 2 clubs, so 5 and 2.
Stop.
Sorry?
I said stop,
Okay.
because this is not the lead that is required.
Okay.
So Jake, your partner went to all the trouble of saying double, so you would need a heart. So the only reason not to lead a heart is because you don't have any. Now, why is this? It's because if you don't lead a heart, your partner is going to scream at you and say, how come you didn't lead a heart? And there's no answer to that.
That's right.
So you could say, well, it was mixed in with my diamonds. Sometimes you get away with that. But when partner doubles for the lead, it's really a good idea to lead the suit, because even if it doesn't work out well, it's not your fault. So here we go.
Well,
Now
There's
this is an excellent play, because
okay.
the only card higher than the 8 that Joan can't see is the king. And she's doing this because she can count 5 hearts in her hand. Dummy has 2, that's 7. Now it's possible that her partner has 4. We know that Marissa's got at least 2. But
Okay.
we're certain that if Marissa has 4 and Jake led the top of a doubleton, that if he gets in, he still has a heart to get over to Joan. So can you
Okay.
see this?
I can, if I get it, I have it, because I can see 5 spades, 4 diamonds.
Okay.
the heart. So I'm making 3 tricks and they're out of the play.
Okay, so here's the thing before you play the king. When we have this situation and you have the king in your hand, you must win it.
Okay.
Because if you don't, you're not going to get it. Because the lead could come back to the ace in the east hand, for all you know. So you can't have a hold up play in this situation. Okay, so now Marissa wasn't born yesterday when it comes to bridge. So she can count. She now has 1 heart. Just stop playing for a second, please.
Okay.
5 spades, because she's got the ace jack and she can get over here with the diamond. So 5 spades and 1 heart is 6 and 3 top diamonds is 9. She's not going to play on clubs at all. She's going to take her 9 tricks first. Now, Jake may argue, well, I was going to cash my ace king of clubs first and then lead a heart. You're going to get the ace king of clubs at the end. So never fear, keep your partner happy. Okay. I think we can all count the 9 tricks.
Okay.
So she'll cross over to the king.
Yes, and then there's the 3
Jake
spades.
must never throw a diamond away. He knows that that 10 is good. He'll pair down to his ace king of clubs and his top diamond and take 3 tricks.
Okay.
And then he'll lead another heart. He won't throw the heart away. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go on to the next deal.
Okay.
Well done.
Rosemary, there was one question about the
Yes,
redouble.
I'm just reading it. The redouble by south, and somebody's saying, leave the redouble in. You could leave the redouble in if you were confident that they could not make two hearts. Or that they could make wherever it was. You can leave it in if you so choose.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Okay, let me just catch up. Well, this is a wonderful opportunity to interfere in their auction. So there are many different tools, but one of the easiest, which I've already talked about, is don't. If we interfere with don't, we're always promising either one long suit or two 5-card suits.
Okay.
And if we have two 5-card suits, we bid the lower one.
All right.
So I'll just take a moment to remind you of Mell's rule of 8, which tells us if it's safe to interfere. So the first rule is that we need to have at least 6 points. Well, Judy certainly has that. She's got 5 9 points. And then we're going to count the number of cards in our 2 longest suits. That's 5 and 5, 10. And we're going to count up how many losers in the whole hand. 1 spade, 2 hearts is 3. We're missing the ace, queen of clubs, so that's 2 more, that's 5. And we're missing the ace of diamonds, that's 6. So 10 cards minus 6 losers is 4, plus 9 points is 13. That's a lot more than Mell's minimum of 8 for this math. Let me know if you would like a copy of my cheat sheet on Mell's rule of 8. And I'll prepare one and make it available to people. It's a wonderful rule. I'm trying to put together 1-page cheat sheets of many aspects of bridge so that you can see at a glance without having to go search and read a whole book. And then I'm going to turn it into a book if I get enough of these and make you all pay for them. And saying that with a little chuckle. So here, 2 clubs says, partner, I have clubs and a higher suit. Now we agree that systems are on if the opponent interferes with either double or 2 clubs over partner's 1 no trump opener. So 2 hearts by Joan is a transfer to spades.
Was that transferable, the 2 long suits?
2 clubs says I have clubs and diamonds, and you have to alert it, yes.
You have to alert it?
You must alert it because this is not just a club suit. There's something else that the opponents are entitled to know.
Okay, and so
So now Joan makes the she says 2 hearts, I want to transfer to spades. And Marissa is in love with her hand, her heart suit, and says double.
okay.
If you're on lead.
Sorry, oh,
lead-
sorry, I misclick. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Double. Now this time, Jake has a fit in spades, so he can happily bid 2 spades. Okay, and that says, partner, I'm completing the transfer because I have at least 3 spades. And Judy has nothing to say.
Okay.
And Joan has nothing to say.
No?
Oh, she thinks she does.
Right.
Well, maybe it'll make 4, but I suppose you could invite.
Okay.
Why could you invite? Well, but you see the hand with the long suit, I don't give points for shortness. So it's a 7-point hand. I would just pass. So it turns out you're going to lose no spades, 1 heart, a club, and 2 diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
So what did I say? A heart, a club, and 2 diamonds. You can't make 4 spades.
That's right.
And the clue to that was that you've only got 7 points. So anybody who is familiar with my teaching knows that after a 1-note trump opener, responder is always thinking pig. P for pass, 0 to 7. I for invite, 8 or 9. G for go to game, 10 or more. So this is a clear cut pass 2 spades, in my opinion. There are people, I play with some of them, who would bid like Joan did and say, anytime we have a fit, I'm going to game. My friend Janet in New Jersey, always. Anytime we had a fit, we were in game. We went down a lot, but if game was making, we were always in it. I didn't like the times we went down. Okay.
Rosie, is there a difference between a lead directing double and a stolen bid double?
Well, the only stolen bid double that I play is 1-note trump, 2 clubs double. Because that's
So
state, that is so standard that is standard for state.
Okay, so with a Jacobi transfer, you don't do a double to say
No,
stolen bid.
I learned that, you know, when I started playing bridge, but I think I mentioned that I learned Lebenssoll when I was still an absolute beginner and
yeah.
couldn't count to 13 trumps. And Lebenssoll has a penalty double as part of the system. And I thought that was much, much better than stolen bids if I wanted to make a transfer. So I gave up stolen bids 29 years ago.
Okay,
Okay, and I recommend that you do the same.
okay.
Okay, so what do we know about the South hand now? How many points maximum does South have? I guess you can all see it, right? Well, I'll be nice. We know that she is maxed out at 14 points. Just so everybody is clear on that. And she denies 4 spades. She denies 4 spades and she denies 4 hearts.
So should I invite quantitative for no trump?
No.
No.
So I just had a couple questions, if you don't mind answering them.
Please put your, type your question on the chat line in Zoom and Paul will pass it to me. If it's a complicated question, you can ask permission to speak.
No, it was me, it was Marisa who was talking.
Oh, okay.
I was asking whether I should bid for no trump, like invite.
Well, you want to tell your partner that you have 5 hearts.
Right.
Oh, yes, but I have to say like loudly, I mean.
Too hard.
Well, there's a bid for this. It's called new minor forcing.
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry.
So she started with clubs, so you're going to bid 2 diamonds.
Okay.
Now, this is an artificial bid, which you have to tell the opponents. It's nothing about diamonds. It suggests 5 hearts and at least 11 points. Okay. Now, Jakes should double this bid. He should double 2 diamonds. Because if we get all the way up to 4 hearts and partner has some points and some diamonds, don't you want to take a sack, bid 5 diamonds and stop us having fun in 4 hearts? So by doubling this, you're not saying that you've got the ace of diamonds and nothing else. You're saying, partner, if you're thinking about a sack, I have a boatload of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means. So you might think that, you know, he would have liked to bid 2 diamonds initially, but he wasn't good enough for that. Now, Judy has bid 2 no trump, which is going to say, partner, I've got a diamond stopper. I don't have 3 hearts to go with your 5.
Okay, and we go to 3 regardless of the fact that they clubs, I have no stopper, but doesn't matter.
Well, your partner was the no trump bidder.
Right.
Okay, yes.
I might even have bid, because this is only invitation, the one no trump bid, I'm sorry, the two diamond bid is invitational, promising 11. Judy has 14. So I might have bid 3 no trump to say I had 14 points. But the bottom line, Marissa, is that when Judy bids 1 no trump, she is maxed out at 14 points. So
Mhm.
how many points do you have? 15.
15, yes, so
14 plus 15.
29.
Is that enough for a slam?
No.
No. And for all you know, the ace of diamonds is sitting right on top of your king.
Yes.
So, I mean, maybe your partner's got the queen third or something, and she thinks that's going to be great, but a lot of pressure. So I think 3 no trump is good enough on this hand.
Yes, it is.
So it turns out that she's going to lead a diamond dutifully. And what card are you going to play? Well, first of all, you're going to count your tricks.
Yes. So
So
I've got,
you're hoping that the hearts behave. If the hearts, you've got 3 sure tricks in hearts, 2 sure diamonds is 5, and 4 sure
Yeah,
spades
but it's hot here.
is 9.
I turned it off.
And if the hearts behave, but so you have to make a plan, because you've got to be able to get back to your hand to enjoy the spades.
right.
I guess the hearts will take care of that. So you can win the king.
Well, I was going to do the ace and take the spades.
No, you should play the king. Because if you have to lose a heart, you have,
See, the king would be my entry.
if you play the ace of diamonds, right? If you play the ace of diamonds at trick 1, you can't hold up. If the hearts don't break, you can't hold up 1 round.
Right.
So that's what you have to be thinking about. So you should really win the king.
All right.
My opinion. Win the king of diamonds. So go back to lead the 3 of diamonds, please, Joan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Win the king. Okay. Now you're going to play your top 3 spades just the way you said. Looking good. Okay. So now your hearts are the entry.
Mhm.
Right. But if they don't break, I have no other entry.
Well, but you had enough tricks with that. You had 4 spades, and 2 diamonds was 6, and 3 hearts was 9. So you're playing for extra tricks. So you didn't really want to lose a heart unnecessarily.
I can see the cards.
Right. It's always easier when you can see the card.
Right.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So see how that lead can be the double of a particular bid can be very helpful. I think I have another deal.
Well,
I don't like that bid so much. Well,
All right, yeah, because I was counting 4 losers, but
but it's a 2-suited hand.
that's right.
So these hands are very difficult to show. So I would prefer that you open this one spade. Thank you.
All right.
Your plan is 1 spade. If it goes 1 no trump, you're going to jump shift to 3 hearts
Okay.
to show this 19-point hand.
Okay.
Aha, 3 spades. Very nice. No, Joan, you haven't been here. No.
Oh, that's right. I only have 19. Well, wait a minute, though.
No. Q bidding controls is superior.
Oh, I forgot. Right. I forgot yesterday's. Okay.
I had it
So-
drummed into you enough yet.
Right. Or,
4 clubs. Okay, first round control of clubs. I'm going to have to mute everybody because there's some noise in the background that we don't want. So people at the table can unmute when they need to. So 4 diamonds by Jake. I've got first round control of diamonds. So that's very helpful for Joan to know. So she can see that she's got 2 of the key cards and Jake has 1, that's 3. That's not enough to be in slam. But so she's going to now bid 4 no trump to ask him. Okay. So now what do you have, Jake, in terms of key cards? The ace of diamonds is 1, but you also have the king of spades. That's the other key card. So ask for an undo, please, and we're going to change this to 2. How do you show 2? Perfect. Judy, it's your moment for glory. Okay, double. So 5 hearts is another artificial bid. Double says, partner, I want you to lead a heart if you get in. I'm not saying this will defeat the contract. I'm not doubling spades, but lead this because I can win the trick. And then we're going to be able to see the dummy and attack the weakness of this partnership. So we'll be off to a good start. So Joan has worked out that with 2 key cards, that clearly Judy's probably got the ace. So he must have the ace of diamonds and the king of spades. And she doesn't mind a heart lead because if the ace gets knocked out, she's got the king queen. And she knows he's got 10 points. So where are they? The king of spades is 3 and the ace of diamonds is 4, that's 7. He's got some other stuff as well. He might have the king of clubs or the queen jack of diamonds. So this looks to be a reasonable contract. 6 spades.
Jake, your bid.
Okay. Perfect. 8 of hearts lead. Well, you don't want to waste the jack, so you can just play the 5. Joan?
I wonder if she unmuted herself after it was muted.
we're all muted. Yes, okay. Okay. Okay.
Now, what should Judy do next? Well, she's going to look at the dummy. So is there any advantage in leading a trump? No.
Yes. No, no trump.
No.
Time, not that ace. What about leading a club? That's just going to give declarer a free finesse. So if partner has the ace of clubs, I don't think they would be in 6 off 2 aces. So she doesn't have it. So the only possible thing that Judy should do is just to return a heart. Give declarer
Oh,
what she's got.
look at that. Down one.
So all of these deals today were chosen to demonstrate the importance of making a lead directing double when it's going to hurt you. And although I'm suggesting that we often, when we do this, we often have we should have a 5-card suit. I've known people to double with a void at a high level. Like if Judy had a heart void, she would double the 5 heart artificial bid to say, lead a heart, because I'm going to win the trick by roughing. So be careful that you don't double when when you're the one that's going to be on lead, because you gave away information unnecessarily. So just be careful about that. I always remember a situation where my friend Manny doubled one of these artificial bids, and all his friends got on him afterwards saying, yeah, you doubled to remind yourself to lead it. So they had a good sense of humor, those guys. So,
Excuse me, Rosemary, we have a question that's been waiting about Mel's rule of 8.
yes.
Joan
Yeah.
J wants to know, does Mel's rule of 8 relate in any way to considering making a 2-suited overcall after a 1 no trump opening?
I can read it, thank you. So yes, Mel's rule of 8 helps us decide when it's safe to interfere in the opponent's auction. Now, I use it 100% of the time when the opponent opens 1 no trump, because I love the fact that with a 2-suited hand, we only need 6 points to interfere, provided that our 6 points are in our 2 long suits. And as long as we're disciplined and we're at least 5-5 and at least 6 points, and we don't have we need the difference between number of cards and number of losers must be at least 2. So if you've got 10 cards and 8 losers, that's 2, plus your 6 points is Mel's rule of 8. Now, I also use it when I'm considering using Michael's, which is another 2-suited overcall, because we can use Michael's, Mini, or Maxi. In fact, that's coming up in our next weekend together. I'm going to be talking about Michael's and Mini, the idea of Mini, Maxi. So Mini is like from 5 or 6 points up to about 10, or at least 16. That's the Maxi hand, where you've got a really good hand with 2 long suits. So I can, when I've got the bad hand, I apply Mel's rule of 8 to make certain that it's going to keep me safe. It's one of the best rules that I've ever read about. So any other questions? We have a few minutes left.
I see no questions, but please remind everybody about the gold for next week.
Okay, so as I mentioned, next weekend, we will have no lessons. I'll make it clear when I'll send out the links for these 2 lessons, yesterday and today. I will send it to the entire list, and I will mention in there that we have no lessons next weekend because you have a chance to play for gold next Saturday and Sunday mornings. So when you can play for gold, I usually take the morning off, and I have a very hectic schedule. Some of you may not know that in addition to these classes, growing out of them, I have a number of private students. So it seems that I teach 7 days a week, and which I love doing. And my calendar is pretty full. And unfortunately, I play 7 days a week, and I don't want to have to give up any of those dates. So that's why I appreciate when you play for gold, I can drink coffee.
There's another question here for you.
Does Mel's rule matter with vulnerability? Well, if you're going to go down in a contract, always remember that they might double you. And if you're going down doubled more than the value of your game, then it's not such a good idea. The Mel's rule will keep you safe. The idea of interfering over no trump in particular is to give them a hard time, to keep them out of a game that they might otherwise make, screw them up. Wondering why Jake didn't bid 2 no trump. Or 7, I'm wondering where. What was the auction here?
Hmm.
Oh, 6 spade. Oh. Over 1 spade. Oh, 4, 7, 10. He's only got 11 points. I think this is after trick 2. He didn't have enough. To bid 2 no trump, we need to have a full 13 points. So I think he had, let me look at his whole hand. This is not the hand. Let's, how many tricks are you going to take? What are we doing here? I'm going to say you claim 8 tricks. We can see the whole, I still can't see the whole hand. Judy, how many tricks are you going to take?
Who am I?
Or Joan or somebody?
You know, if you go to history, you can see the bid on history on BBO.
I can't get board 5 to see the whole hand. Somebody has to claim. So, Judy, can you claim? Okay.
Now
Okay.
you can do it.
No tricks accepted. Now I want to be able to see the history of this board. See Jake's whole hand. 4, 7, 8. Jake only has 11 points. Excuse me. So with 11, 1 spade, 3 spades is the way to describe this hand. 1 spade, 2 no trump, Jacoby 2 no trump promises 13 points. So Jake's hand was not quite good enough to that. Sorry, I had to work out at what point he might have bid it. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap it up today and not do another deal. It's almost 11 o'clock. So I'm going to stop recording at this point. Hit the wrong button.